The visible world is sustained by the invisible world. And what does that mean? And how does that relate for you to improve your life? Well, first we have to understand, what do I mean by visible world sustained by the invisible? Well, let me look at it like this. Everything that you see, everything that is visible with your eyes, there's something that's not visible making it happen. I.e., your phone. Just a perfect example, your phone. Your phone, you see your phone, you do things on your phone, you make videos, you watch movies, whatever you may do. But that phone is sustained by invisible to you microchips, electric circuits, wires, frequencies, Wi-Fi. All of this stuff is sustaining your phone to do what it does. And it's the same in like life. Like when you think about a big building, a big office building, for example, that office building is sustained by cleaners, is sustained by maintenance, is sustained by like fire people, security, you know, it's sustained by people that you don't see. If you're a person who just arrives in this massive office, or you see this massive office, you just think about how big it is, or the building itself, or how it looks. But to actually sustain it has been done by the invisible people. And you, your body, your temple, your energy, what we see in you, the visible person, are sustained by these invisible things that people don't see. And I'm going to go through how you can actually truly better it. First of all, DNA. DNA is done in your, should I say done? DNA is inside of you, obviously. And this is developed by your ancestors. So I'm just going to write ancestors here, and you're going to see what I mean. Ancestors. So your DNA is sustained by ancestors. So you don't really have any way to kind of improve your DNA. Not really. And it's something that you don't have control of. Vibration and frequency. Now, this is something that we can't see, but I want to get into this one, not straight away. Let's talk about organs. Your organs are sustained by food and health. And obviously, your organs are creating everything about you. Without your organs functioning right, you are not going to sustain yourself. So, how you sustain your organs is by health and food. This is gym, fitness, training, the right foods, etc., etc. You do bad things with your food, you're not going to sustain your organs, and then you're going to deteriorate, and you're visibly going to look sick because it's the visible. This is your visible, and your organs, your intestines, your lungs, your liver, your pancreas are invisible. So the invisible is sustaining the visible. Yes, it's sustaining it. You have to understand that everything that is visible is unique. When you understand the invisible, that's when you master it. That's why you have mechanics and engineers and stuff, because these guys are at the top of the field because they sustain the invisible. They sustain it. Your mind. Your mind. How is your mind sustained? How do you sustain a good mind? Well, number one is this, is information. Without information, your mind doesn't improve. Without learning, your mind doesn't improve. How can you improve without learning? If you do the same thing over and over and over and over again, you cannot sustain the mind. And remember, the mind is invisible. So when you see me speaking, it's because I've gained information. Yeah, my visible communication is basically because of my mind and the information I gave, and also imagination. So information and imagination make the mind, and that makes people create things, do things, start things, be the person they will become. Yeah, the mind makes you be who you are. To be honest, the mind makes you be who you are, and it's information you gather and the imagination you utilize from the information. You can't have imagination without information. You can't. Information comes before imagination, because how can you create something if you don't know anything about it, or if you don't have an idea about something that's similar to it that you can improve on it, or you've done many different things and you've gained information doing many different things, and then you see a loophole where you can create something that nobody has. Information is the key to imagination. Information and imagination is the key to your mind. And what we see visibly here, or how somebody communicates, or how billion-dollar businesses create the iPhone, the Samsung, how they create TVs and cars and etc. It's through the mind. And it's the invisible mind that we don't, it's the invisible that we don't see that creates your house, your home, your clothes, everything everything that you're wearing visibly has been created by somebody's mind. And then that's how the invisible world is sustained by the invisible, because all of this is invisible. All of DNA, vibration, frequency, organs, mind, subconscious is invisible. It's not visible to anybody. Nobody can really see it. Yeah, you can feel it to a degree. You can feel someone's mind, feel someone's vibration frequency, but see it visibly, understand it, not so much. And the subconscious mind, how is that formulated? Well, that's formulated, mum, dad, because your subconscious thoughts are created by your early stages of environment or your caregiver. I could add caregiver there if someone have their mum and dad, whoever your caregiver is, about the mum and dad. And how do we develop things in our subconscious mind when we're not as an adult? Basically, it's repetition. Repetition is how our subconscious mind, or how we basically put things now as adults in our subconscious mind, like driving, like anything you've learned really. Like you start a new job, you're rubbish at it, or you don't know it that well. You do it for 6 months, 1 year, 5 years. Repetition. It's in your subconscious. You exactly know what to do most of the time. Subconscious. Yeah. And when you talk like when you think about in astrology, because I'm going to get to the frequency and vibration thing with astrology. When you think about the subconscious mind, that's ruled. Your subconscious is ruled by your moon sign. Okay. And your moon sign is your mother. So this is why, from 0 to 7 years, how you interact with your mother, because these are like when 0 to 7 is when we're in this really subconscious level of programming, and how we interact with the mother is crucial. Okay, it's very, very crucial. And people will be like, "Well, does the dad not have a role?" Of course he does, 1,000%. Yeah, how you interact with how the child interacts with the mother from 0 to 7 is crucial. How the dad interacts with the mum is also crucial, because when you think about the moon, yeah, when you think about the moon is shines based on the sun's light on the moon. So, and the sun is the dad. Sun, moon. So how well the dad shines on the mum is how well, not exclusively. So obviously there's other factors to it, but the dad's main role is to shine well for the mum in this 0 to 7 years, because that's how well the mum will then develop the kids. It will improve. It will give better chance, better opportunity for the kids to be better. How well the dad shines on the mum, and then how well the mum deals with the kids. Obviously, there's other factors around it, but this is what creates your subconscious mind: is your mum, your dad's effect on the mum, and the repetition. Because this is, the dad's effect on the mum has a big, massive impact. If the dad has bad impact on the mum, it then has bad impact on the kids. I'm not saying it's exclusively the dad's responsibility, exclusively the mom's responsibility, but it has an effect, and repetition as well. Repetition is crucial, and obviously the moon, how well the moon shines is what the sun shines on the moon. So you have to understand that. So this is the subconscious, and obviously the subconscious is again something that is invisible, but your subconscious is your automatic self and how you operate automatically, how you respond, how you think, your first initial thoughts. A lot of how you've been developed very early on, and how to think and how to speak and how to react, etc., etc. How your reactions, sometimes anxiety, depression, ADHD, many different things are based upon all of this subconscious programming that you've been given in the early stages, and then other things in your subconscious are based on repetition. And this is the invisible sustaining your visible. Yeah. What's most interesting about all of these that I've mentioned so far is that none of them you can really. All of them all of them, I think the food you're responsible for, yeah. But obviously, the food is responsible for your health. You are responsible for your health. You are responsible for your mind. imagination to a degree. But you can learn things. You can learn things from other people. You can learn to be better with food and health through other people. You can learn information to create more imagination from other people. Okay, your mum and your dad are basically based on other people. Repetition is based on how you've been taught. You know, if you've been taught the wrong way, you're going to do things the wrong way. And if you've been taught in a repetitive way that's negative or that isn't conducive to success, then it's very hard to reprogram what you've done over many years or many months. It's very hard to reprogram that. That's why when you go into work environments and they like to sack a lot. Like when a new boss comes in, he likes to sack a lot of people because basically he wants to program everybody the way he wants them to be. So when he sacks them, because they've been doing it a certain way for how many years, when he gets rid of them, then he can bring in new people and he can basically deal with them how he wants to deal with them. This is, this is how it goes. But with vibration and frequency, this is astrology, numerology, meditation, prayer, stillness, yoga. The list could go on. I could go on forever. I could go on forever talking about things that basically, I'll say one more thing actually, connected to a higher power. Yeah, when you connect to a higher power, sometimes people look at it as God or whoever, the universe, whatever it may be for you, connected to a higher power. This is all of these ancestors as well is something that is similar to information by other person. Food, health can be taught. Ancestors is something that you've been given. Mum and dad's again been given. Repetition, someone you taught. Ancestors is what your DNA. You can't change it. It's been given to you. But your vibration and frequency. This is where you have the power. This is where you have the control. Okay, this is the one thing that you can do that can increase your everything. And this obviously your vibration frequency is obviously invisible to people. You can feel it, they can potentially feel it, but it's not visible. But when you start doing these things and raising your vibration, understanding these things as well, and raising your vibration, this is it's very much a individual thing. You do all of these things by yourself. You don't do these with other people. Okay, astrology and numerology is the only one that is about you, is about self, but you can actually learn these two things that are about you, about your own vibration and frequency. You can learn these two things, astrology and numerology, to increase your vibration. This is something that you can learn and take on yourself, and then you can utilize not only with food, health, information, not only with subconscious mind, even to a degree, your ancestral path, to a degree, to a degree. You can utilize astrology and numerology. The others, you should still do very much so. But it's only like you raising your vibration yourself. Astrology and numerology raises your vibration with an expert like myself who can teach you multiple things about yourself that you can naturally raise your vibration easily. And as I said, this is the invisible and it sustains your visible. So it increases how you perform in this world. It increases what you want and what you gain and your prosperity, your abundance. It increases all of that in this world. You have to utilize in this life the invisible to become a better visible. And if you don't, deterioration. If you don't utilize this information, imagination, food, health, if you don't utilize this in the correct way, deterioration. The subconscious mind, if you don't choose repetition in the right way, deterioration. Deterioration of your subconscious mind. Deterioration. If you don't do any of these, deterioration. Deterioration. 1000% deterioration of your energy, your vibration, your frequency. Deterioration. For sure. But astrology and numerology is the only one of that vibrational frequency that can specifically pinpoint certain things in your aspects, in your life, in your birth chart, that you can raise your vibration. Like, you can pinpoint certain goals or certain problems. You can pinpoint it and you can raise it so your vibration raises and you become better in that certain field or aspect or subject. This is the key. And the thing is, with vibration and frequency and doing things on your own, you have to remember, self is the most important thing. And Aries, this is why Aries, they say Aries exalts in uh in the sun side. So Aries, sun people who are Aries, they are very, this is the people who think that they're selfish, Aries, right? But they are the best. They are the best at raising their frequency. This is what Aries do. And it might not be obvious to them. It might not be spiritual to them, but they are the best natural ones at raising their frequency because they focus on the self, which is what these are naturally. They focus on these things and try and improve on these things naturally. This is what they naturally do. This is what they naturally love to do. So that's why Aries has like the best vibration when it comes to the sun sign, for sure, in the sun sign, because it's about self. And your sun is your soul, and you have to raise your vibration with your kind of like personality and other things as well, obviously. But understanding all of this is very, very crucial for you to become the best person you need to become, and be the best visible person you need to become, because you improve your invisible, you improve your subconscious, which astrology can do. You improve your mind with information. Astrology gives you information, gives you imagination. Numerology, the same thing. Improves your food health with astrology. You can do the same thing. And you can work on these things like meditation, prayer, yoga, connecting to higher power. All of these things you can work on with astrology, numerology. It's very, very simple. But it's all about accessing the right person. And I've been doing this for many years, over a decade, in fact. And if you go onto my TikTok page, you can click the link to my website and you can book a reading. So this invisible, yes, that you see here can become better, so then your visible becomes better. It's that simple. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. Let me know what you think. Take care.